Cultural studies is an interdisciplinary field that examines culture in its social, political, and historical contexts. It focuses on the ways in which culture is produced, consumed, and interpreted. Taking an interdisciplinary approach, it draws on theories and methodologies from sociology, anthropology, literary studies, and other fields. Cultural studies aims to challenge and deconstruct dominant cultural norms and ideologies, encouraging critical thinking and analysis. It recognizes the value of studying both high culture and popular culture, exploring how culture influences and is influenced by social structures and systems. In the first book, titled, Book Title, written by author, the author examines the relationship between culture and society. They discuss various theories and concepts, providing in-depth analysis and examples to support their arguments. This book has had a significant impact on the field of cultural studies. Next, we have Book Title, by author. This book explores the representation of marginalized communities in popular culture. The author challenges dominant narratives and offers alternative perspectives, sparking important discussions about representation and power dynamics. Moving on to Book Title, by author. This book dives into the impact of globalization on cultural identities. The author analyzes how globalization affects local traditions and practices, providing insights into the complex processes of cultural change. Now, let's talk about Book Title, written by author. This book delves into the relationship between culture and power, exploring how cultural practices shape power structures in society. It offers a critical perspective on the role of culture in maintaining or challenging power dynamics. Moving forward, we have Book Title, by author. This book focuses on the cultural meanings and representations of everyday objects. The author explores how these objects shape our identities and offers a fresh perspective on their cultural significance. Next up is Book Title, written by author. This book investigates the role of gender in cultural production, analyzing how gender influences artistic and creative practices. It is a valuable contribution to feminist scholarship and discussions about gender representation. Let's move on to Book Title, by author. This book delves into the relationship between culture and social change, exploring how cultural practices can either catalyze or hinder social transformation. It offers valuable insights into the potential of culture to drive social change. Moving forward, we have Book Title, by author, which discusses the intersection of race, ethnicity, and culture. The author critically examines how race and ethnicity shape cultural experiences, helping us understand the complex dynamics of identity and belonging. Now, let's talk about Book Title, written by author. This book explores the relationship between culture and technology, investigating how technological advancements impact cultural practices. It offers valuable insights into the complex interplay between culture and technology. Lastly, we have Book Title, by author. This book examines the role of media in shaping cultural identities, analyzing how media representations influence our understanding of culture. It offers critical perspectives on the power of media in constructing cultural narratives. In John Berger's Ways of Seeing, he delves into the exploration of visual culture and the power of images to shape society. He argues that images carry profound influences on our perception of reality and our understanding of the world. By examining the art of oil painting in the Renaissance era, Berger demonstrates how images were utilized to maintain the existing power structures and enforce social hierarchies. Additionally, he explores the concept of the male gaze and its impact on the representation of women in art. According to Berger, the male gaze objectifies women and perpetuates patriarchal norms. The book also critically examines the commodification of art and the influence of capitalism on the art world. Berger contends that the art market values artworks based on their monetary worth rather than their artistic merit. Furthermore, he offers a critique of museums and their role in shaping our understanding of art and culture. Berger suggests that museums often perpetuate elitism and advocates for a more democratic approach to appreciating art. Overall, Ways of Seeing presents a thought-provoking analysis of the relationship between visual culture, power, and society. In Walter Benjamin's influential essay, The Work of Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction, he discusses the impact of mass media and technology on art and society. Benjamin explores how the advancements in technologies like photography and film have revolutionized the production and dissemination of art. He argues that mass media has made art more accessible to the masses, but it has also raised concerns about the loss of uniqueness and authenticity in mass-reproduced artworks. Benjamin suggests that technology has diminished the aura and originality of art. The Cultural Studies Reader is an important compilation that offers a comprehensive overview of cultural studies. It brings together key texts and essays that highlight the development of the field. The book covers a wide range of important topics and themes, and includes influential works from renowned scholars and practitioners. It is widely used as a textbook in academic courses, making it an essential resource for students and researchers alike. Cultural Studies: Theory and Practice by Barker and Jane is an essential text that provides comprehensive coverage of key theories, concepts, and research methodologies in cultural studies. The authors, Barker and Jane, present a detailed analysis of cultural studies, exploring various cultural theories and their applications. The book also discusses different research methods used in cultural studies. In Cultural Studies 1983 feet by Stuart Hall, we find a seminal work that traces the origins and development of cultural studies. This book provides important historical context and offers valuable theoretical insights that have shaped the field. Recognized as a foundational text, it continues to be widely referenced and studied by scholars globally. In this slide, we will focus on John Story's Cultural Theory and Popular Culture. The book explores the connection between cultural theory and popular culture and analyzes various forms of mass media and their impact on society. In Judith Butler's groundbreaking work, Gender Trouble, the author explores various key themes related to gender performativity, the subversion of identity, and the intersectionality of feminism and cultural studies. First and foremost, Gender Trouble is considered a seminal text in the field of gender studies. It challenges the traditional idea that gender is biologically determined, asserting that it is instead a social construct that is constantly performed and enacted. Through her analysis, Butler exposes the power dynamics and oppressive structures that underlie gender performances. She also examines the ways in which individuals can resist and subvert traditional notions of gender and identity, highlighting the importance of acts of resistance. Lastly, Gender Trouble delves into the intersectionality of feminism and cultural studies, emphasizing the interconnected nature of gender with other social categories such as race, class, and sexuality. By considering these multiple dimensions of identity and their interconnections, Butler argues for a comprehensive approach to understanding and addressing issues of gender inequality. Let's delve into Edward Said's Culture and Imperialism, and its examination of the relationship between culture, imperialism, and power structures. Said argues that culture and imperialism are closely intertwined and that culture is not a neutral space, but rather, it is shaped by and shapes imperialism. He suggests that imperial powers use culture as a tool for maintaining and expanding their dominance. Additionally, Said emphasizes the role of language and literature in this process, highlighting how colonial powers use them to justify their actions and maintain control. Henri Lefebvre's The Production of Space is a seminal work in cultural studies that explores the relationship between space and society. The concept of spatial production is a central theme in Lefebvre's book. Lefebvre argues that space is not simply a physical entity, but rather a social product that is shaped by political, economic, and cultural forces. Urbanization processes play a crucial role in the production of space. Lefebvre examines how urbanization affects the social construction of space, particularly in the context of capitalist societies. He emphasizes the role of power relations in shaping urban spaces and the unequal distribution of resources and opportunities. Lefebvre also highlights the importance of everyday life and the lived experience of space in understanding its production. He argues that space is not just a backdrop for social interactions, but an active force in shaping social relations and identities. Lefebvre's work has had a significant impact on the field of cultural studies, as it challenges traditional notions of space and opens up new avenues for research. The book, The Social Construction of Reality, by Peter L. Berger and Thomas Luckman delves into the concept of the social construction of knowledge, reality, and the influence of culture in shaping our perception of the world. It emphasizes that knowledge is not inherent but rather a product of social interactions and interpretations. The authors argue that reality itself is not fixed, but rather constructed through our collective understanding. Additionally, they highlight the significant role played by culture in shaping our individual and societal perceptions. Through the use of examples and case studies, Berger and Luckman provide a comprehensive exploration of how individuals and communities create their own realities.